Today, we're talking about a mineral that is absolutely essential for your health, but, it often flies under the radar. It's not iron, it's not calcium, it's zinc. Let's get into why this tiny nutrient is such a huge deal.
So, let me ask you this. What on earth do a platter of oysters, your body's ability to fight off a cold, and how fast a paper cut heals all have in common? The answer, maybe surprisingly, is zinc. And its job in our bodies is, well, it's incredibly far-reaching.
So what is this stuff really? We're going to break down what zinc is, and why some people call it the body's tiny but mighty mechanic. And here's the thing you have to remember. Our bodies can't make it and they can't store it for later. That means we need a constant, steady supply from our diet.
And when we say it's important, we are not kidding. Yeah, it's a trace mineral, but right after iron, it's the most plentiful one we have. It is found in literally every single cell in your body. That makes it a fundamental player in everything from making DNA to building proteins. It's everywhere.
Now get a load of this. That number, over 300, that's how many different enzymes in our body depend on zinc just to work properly. These are the things responsible for digestion, nerve function, our metabolism, you name it. You can think of zinc as the key that turns the ignition for hundreds of these crucial processes.
Okay, so it's a busy little mineral. But what does that actually mean for you? For your health, knowing what it is one thing, but what does it do for us? This is where it gets really interesting.
First up, and this is a big one, your immune system. Zinc is absolutely critical for your immune cells to function and talk to each other. Some studies even show it can shorten a cold by up to a third. It's also vital for healing. And a little fun fact, your skin holds about 5% of your body's total zinc supply. As we get older, it might even help fend off things like pneumonia and vision loss, all while helping to keep inflammation in check.
All right, so you're probably thinking, okay, I'm sold. I need it. Where do I get it? That's the perfect question. Let's look at the best food sources, from the ocean all the way to your pantry.
And here are the heavy hitters. Oysters are famously completely off the charts. Just one serving can have way more than you need for a whole day. But hey, if you're not a fan of shellfish, no worries. Beef is a great source too. And for plant-based options, you've got pumpkin seeds, lentils, and even plain yogurt making the list. But, and this is a really important but, not all zinc is created equal in terms of how our bodies can actually use it. It's this concept called bioavailability. The zinc from animal sources, like beef and oysters, is super easy for our bodies to absorb. Plant sources, on the other hand, have these things called phytates, which can actually bind to the zinc and, well, they kind of lock it up, making it much harder for your body to get a hold of it.
So, this brings us to a really important topic, deficiency. Now, severe deficiency is pretty rare in developed countries, but milder cases, they're actually more common than you might think. Let's look at the signs and who should be paying extra attention.
Right, so certain groups of people really do need to be more mindful of their zinc. This includes anyone with digestive issues that affect absorption, like Crohn's disease. And because of that bioavailability thing we just talked about, vegetarians and vegans are also on this list. And of course, people with increased needs, like pregnant or breastfeeding women or those with certain chronic health conditions.
The symptoms of a mild deficiency can be kind of sneaky. Do you find yourself catching every single cold that goes around? Do little cuts and scrapes seem to take forever to heal? Even things like thinning hair or noticing that food doesn't taste or smell as strong as it used to, those can be little warning signs.
But here's the flip side. Before you run out and grab a giant bottle of zinc supplements, hold on. While it is essential, this is definitely a case where more is not better. Getting too much, and this is almost always from supplements, can cause a whole other set of problems.
If you take a really high dose of zinc all at once, your body might let you know pretty quickly that it's not happy. We're talking nausea, stomach cramps, headaches, basically all those classic "I've overdone it" feelings. It's your body's way of shouting, "Hey, that was way too much."
But what's even more concerning are the effects of taking high doses over a long period of time. Here's a surprising twist. Taking too much zinc can actually block your body from absorbing another essential mineral, copper. And get this, paradoxically, it can end up weakening your immune function and lowering your good cholesterol, the exact opposite of what you might be aiming for.
So what's the safety number? Well, for adults, the tolerable upper intake level, or the UL, is 40 milligrams a day. And that's from all sources combined, food and supplements. That's a great number to just tuck away in your brain to make sure you're staying in that healthy, balanced sweet spot.
Okay, so let's pull all of this together. We've looked at what zinc is, what it does for us, and the risks of both too little and too much. So what's the smart, balanced takeaway from all this?
Here's a simple 3-step plan. Number 1, always prioritize getting your nutrients from your food. A balanced diet is your best friend. Number 2, take a second to think about your personal situation. Do you fall into one of those higher risk groups? And number 3, and listen, if you take away only one thing, let it be this. Always talk to a doctor or a qualified professional before you start taking any supplements. They can help you figure out if you really need them and what the right amount is for you.
So that really leaves us with just one final question to think about. Based on everything, your diet, your health, is your zinc in balance? It's definitely something worth considering.
And before we go, a very important reminder. This explainer is for educational purposes only. This is not medical advice. You should always consult with a qualified healthcare professional or your doctor before starting any new supplement, diet, or health regimen. Thanks for tuning in.